Hey friends! Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you guys are here before we get into this video. And good morning. We are coming to you guys with our first breakfast time video. What we're eating today, we got scrambled eggs, we got sausage, peppers, and onions, grits, and biscuits.
So like a deconstructed omelet.
What? Not a deconstructed omelet, just breakfast food. Like,
what if they like flip the omelet without anything in it and then put all the stuff?
That's probably deconstructed. I burned my finger.
You okay?
So this video is gonna be short and sweet.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it as a solo video, but then I was thinking, me and Tamana are in two different careers and literally on two different sides of the career spectrum. So it would be a great thing to have like some perspective. So basically, I've been seeing a lot of posts about like both sides. I've been seeing posts that say, right now is the perfect time to start a business. There's no time like now because you're home, you don't got nothing else to do, da 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 da. And then I've been seeing some that are saying, why are you pressuring? Don't let the internet pressure you into starting a business, take the time to rest, blah, 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 blah. So I don't think either of those things are wrong. However, you can't just wake up in the morning one day, well, you can do this. You can wake up in the morning one day and decide to just start a business. But in an economical crisis, this is not the time to just pick up and be like, yeah, today I'm gonna start selling pillows.
Right.
Okay? Because
nobody gonna buy them.
Right. With the climate that we're in right now, everyone is trying to save coins. So to wake up one day and say, yes, I'm gonna do it right now, I'm gonna start this business, no. If you wanna wake up in the morning and start to plan to start the business that you always thought of starting.
And when she said that, she means business plan, like map out your logistics, like map out everything.
What your marketing is gonna look like, who your target market is gonna be, what kind of products you're gonna be selling, what time of day you're going to be putting your post up to, if you're going to use, internet marketing, if you're going to do in-person sales, how are you going to do that now that we are in quarantine? Like what your business is really going to look like. I think that some people who have never, ever, ever dreamed of starting a business are getting this whole idea that right now is the time, I should be doing this. You don't have to do anything, okay? There's a lot of people who have not had a break from their jobs in years, okay? People like our parents.
Decades.
Years. Okay? People who really, really, really could use some time to catch up on sleep. So for people to feel pressured to start a business, I'm like, why would you feel? First of all, the internet can't pressure me into doing anything. Nothing. The internet can't pressure me into doing anything. So you shouldn't feel pressured to start a business if you've never, ever, ever wanted to start a business. Now, if you have wanted to start a business and you're like, I haven't had the time to do so, I haven't had the time to sit down and plan, this is a great planning period. This is a great time to even think about what kind of products are people going to need after this? What kind of luxury items are people going to want after this? What are people going to be doing after this quarantine? And how can I capitalize off of that to make my business successful? But if you think that you're just going to go online and open up an online store because you realize that you're disposable to whatever company you're working with, and it's just going to be a top-notch success, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
You were disposable the whole time.
Right.
It didn't take this for them to be like, yeah, I think you can cut them. They already knew. If you got cut now, you were going to get cut before. You know what I mean? So like, and I don't mean that to say that the people at your job or your boss doesn't like you or none of that. I mean, that's a business.
And it goes higher than your boss. Your boss could love you
to death.
But when it's time for layoffs, if you are the weakest link, you are going to get laid off. So if you're thinking to yourself, I have a job working at Petco. No, ain't nobody buying no pets right now. Which, who is feeding the pets at Petco? Like, who's taking care of the animals?
They probably, they still have no. They probably still have their people coming in to check on the animals because I just seen this post about the humane department in Atlanta. They took all their puppies to go see the fucking animals at the aquarium because nobody's at the aquarium. So like the dogs were like literally like watching the fish and all that. It was pretty cool. But
yeah. So if you're working at a job like Petco and they're like, we only need 2 people on staff right now, the rest of y'all can go home. Unfortunately, we don't offer severance packages, so you're not gonna get any pay for the time that you're off. But when we're back up running the business, you back on, and you're like, yo, I always wanted to start my own pet cleaning company. This is the time to go ahead and plan that. But if you ain't never, ever, ever in your life ever wanted to start a business, and then you think now you're just gonna get a passion for that, you have to have thick skin for when you fail. It's gonna take some time to start this business, and you have to want to do that. You have to have the passion to do that. You can't let the internet pressure you into starting a business that you never ever wanted to start. Maybe this means that you get another 9 to 5, which is why I was thinking like Tamal would be the perfect person to talk about this, because he loves his job. It's not that he doesn't have businesses that he's thinking about he may want to start in the future, but it's not a passion thing at this point. So he's not gonna quit his 9 to 5 when all this is said and done and be like, you know what, I'm not even gonna go back to my job. I'm gonna go ahead and start this business. He's not gonna do that because he loves what he does. If you love what you do, and you work a 9 to 5, and you just so happen to be laid off right now.
Don't let nobody tell you that loving your job is crazy.
Right.
If you like your job, you like your job.
Not to mention, we as a society have to work together. There has to be garbage men. There has to be cooks. There has to be people. There has to be laborers.
All can be entrepreneurs.
Exactly. Not everybody can do it. The economy would collapse if every single person quit their job. Okay. And then what would we do as entrepreneurs? We'd all be stuck. So
because ain't nobody got no money to spend on nobody.
Unless you're gonna open up, you're gonna start your own garbage. What is it? Sanitation thing, but I don't even know if you can. I don't even know if that's an you can do that. I'm sure somewhere you can offer.
But just in general, like we're just speaking in general, because obviously we don't know the ins and out of your particular career path.
Right. All I'm saying is, if you have wanted to start a business, now is the greatest planning time if you're home. But if you want to sit and you want to spend your time with your kids, and you want to sleep, and you want to catch up on rest, and you want to kick your feet up, or you want to do some financial planning, some investing, and then think about what job you're going to get after this. If you hate your 9 to 5 and you're like, okay, my next thing is going to be another 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to start a business because the internet is telling you have to start a business. It takes a particular type of person to want to be an entrepreneur. You're going to have people doubting you. You're going to have times where you're doubting yourself.
People are going to talk shit about it.
Right. There's so many times where people are going to want you to quit. There's so many times people are going to encourage you to go out and start a 9. Yes, ultimately we're just saying, don't be pressured by the internet to do anything.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. The internet shouldn't pressure you to have kids. The internet shouldn't pressure you not to have kids.
The internet shouldn't pressure you to start a YouTube channel.
Right. If you don't want to be a content creator, you do not have to create content right now just because you're home and you think everyone is on the internet. That doesn't mean that's what you have to do. If you always wanted to make content, then now is the time to be a content creator. Now is the time to test the waters and see who you're going to create content
Especially
for.
because like everybody's on the internet.
Right.
Ain't nobody out. Ain't nobody at no club. Ain't nobody at no restaurants. Everybody sitting in the house eating.
Or everyone should be
watching TV. Right. Watching TV, scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through TikTok. We ain't download TikTok, so I don't even know if you fucking scrolling on TikTok. Like, you know what I'm saying. Man, just don't let anybody pressure you to do anything.
I don't like the fact that people are saying that, like, don't let the internet pressure you. If you want to rest, rest. If you want to rest, you should rest because you need rest. If you see a post and it's like, man, I really do need to go to sleep, and this post reminds you to take that second to rest, that is different. That was you felt like that was a personal message for you.
Right.
But not everything that somebody puts out on the internet is for you. Somebody could be encouraging an entrepreneur out there who has always wanted to start a business but has been scared to start. That message to start a business was for them. Right. It wasn't for you. So don't take it upon yourself to just do something because you feel like somebody's coming for you personally. Right. It's so general.
That's also, don't take the internet personal. Like,
yeah, everything that's on there is so general.
A lot of the people that take the internet so personal are people like our age. They're 20 something. Like, I won't even say early 20. Well, honestly, I won't even say early 20.
Honestly, baby, it's not even just people our age. It's people who are 30 something, 40 something who never had the internet telling them what to do and now feel the need to defend themselves every time there's a post that they don't agree with. Yeah, they don't agree with. You don't have to do that. If it don't apply to you, then it don't matter. Scroll past it.
Also, like, if you have, I live by if you don't have anything nice to say,
right,
just keep it pushing, yo. Why are you taking time out of your day to cultivate negativity? Even if you don't agree with something, you don't have to go out of your way to say that you don't. Did it really disturb you to the point where you have to be like, I don't agree with that?
Right.
And then you know what happens after that? People start attacking each other. That always is what happens. Like, and what I was saying about like people our age and stuff like that, we came up with the internet. You know, I don't even say we came up with the internet. We grew up, and then the internet was a thing. You know, and then so like even at the earliest stages of internet, people was always saying everything on the internet is fake. There's nothing real on the internet. Like people like don't believe people when they tell you blah 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 blah, and like basically just like have a shell. Like have a shell when you go on the internet because it's the internet.
Right.
It could be anybody. Like so I don't know how we got away from that.
Right.
I don't understand
how we started to let it affect our personal lives so much. And like people are like just internalizing things that just shouldn't be internal. People are like, I'm not gonna buy that outfit because my favorite influencer didn't buy that or she doesn't promote that. That's foolishness.
That doesn't have nothing to do with you liking something.
That's
Stop letting other people
foolishness,
think for you
okay?
guys, man.
It's not
And
that
I say
deep.
you guys, I don't mean our viewers, I don't mean anybody in particular. I
But
mean
that's what
for
we're
the
talking
people.
about. If it's not for you, if the shoe don't fit, don't be offended by it.
Yep.
Don't be offended by it. If this does not apply to you, then there should be no reason for you to be taking it to the heart. Okay? There should be no reason for you to be combative. If you feel like this is a good time for you to start a business and you feel like we're telling you not to do that, that's not what we're doing.
Nope.
We're literally saying if you've never, ever, ever wanted to start a business, now is not the time to do that. If you want to go and learn about yourself and find a new thing, if you find a hobby and then that so happens to inspire a business,
yep.
do that thing. It doesn't matter.
And that's actually what I do. That's why I love my 9 to 5. I do IT work, yo, and I love working on computers. I can sit at a computer all day and work, and it doesn't feel like work. I could get off at I work start work every morning at 7 a.m. Sometimes I don't get off until 8 p.m. 7, 9 p.m. But it doesn't feel like it because I like what I do.
All his business also has a structure that he's happy with. He's had plenty of IT jobs. Maybe you haven't found the job you found the niche, but it's not the
career. You found the career, but that's not the job.
The job it's not. Oh, that's still on. Maybe that's not the place that's meant for you. He's had other jobs where he's doing the exact same thing, but it's with a totally set of different people and it's a totally different social structure in the workplace. This particular job, he loves the structure, he loves the workplace, he loves the freedom that he has, he loves so many components of the job.
I've literally never worked somewhere where I like everybody that I work with. Every single person at my company, I love all of them to death.
And not every business is a freaking cutthroat business. So you can't, people out there bashing people's 9 to 5 like it's just the worst thing ever to have a 9 to 5.
But are you gonna put money in their pocket?
Right, and most of the world has 9 to 5s, and there's nothing to be ashamed of if you choose that route is for you. But to say that you're letting the internet pressure you into doing anything, I really want y'all to get away from that. The internet shouldn't pressure you into doing anything, not to be a content creator, an entrepreneur, a pet owner, have a child.
Be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, yo, if you're not ready for a relationship, don't get in a relationship.
Right.
Like, there's a whole world out there, yo. Don't limit yourself. That's it. It's my soapbox.
What's the soapbox?
It's a country thing, don't worry about it.
Yes. Yep. So, boom. That's how we feel about it. Yeah, I encourage you guys to take this time and do whatever you feel like, whatever you feel is needed. Okay? If you feel like you want to meditate, you want to pick up yoga, you want to do something you always thought about doing, that's fine. But if you think that what you should be doing is start a business, that's not always the case. It's just not. I don't think my sister is gonna start a business. She's totally fine with her job. I don't think a lot of people are gonna be starting a business, but I think a lot of young people, especially our age, feel the need to start one. And you shouldn't feel it.
It's like I don't like to agree with like mad old people, but like they kind of right about like how people within our age range and age group, they don't be wanting to work.
Yeah, no, and that's another thing. If you think it's gonna be easier to be an entrepreneur than to work your 9 to 5, you have another thing coming. With your 9 to 5, you know where your check is coming from.
You know when you're going to work.
Exactly.
You know what to expect when you get to work every single day. Even if sometimes you do something different. You know basically what to expect. You know that you going to this place. You know that you finna clock in at this time and clock out at that time. Like,
when you're an entrepreneur, your entire day
She's
is
up for
ran
days.
by you. Okay, you make your schedule. You determine when you're gonna make money
and if
based
you're
on
not, what is it? If you're not disciplined,
yeah, it's not gonna work. If you already know that that's not a trait that you have, then maybe opening up a business. Maybe you should work on your discipline during this period to then start your business. There's just stuff that you could be working on for self that doesn't mean it has to be something lucrative.
right?
I just really want y'all to understand that if you need this time to rest, then rest.
But also, we do understand that ain't nobody got no money right now.
Right.
But you also have to be realistic and say, ain't nobody got no money right now.
Right.
So just opening up a business trying to sell something to somebody that somebody don't need, or is obvious, like blatantly a want. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
if a mom and pop shop can't stay open right now, and this is something they always dream about, what makes you think that you're gonna be able to stay open right now?
or
just
even
started
start,
it,
right,
and you just came out the gate starting it. This is a horrible time to think that you're gonna make buku dollars, be a millionaire. But this is a great time to game plan. A great time to game plan. Now, you may feel differently about this. This is just our opinion. Period.
It is what it is, yo.
It is. This is just our opinion, and this is coming from an entrepreneur and someone who works a 9 to 5. Two totally different perspectives, but we just want to let you guys know what we think. We want you guys to be free thinkers, and we want you to encourage you to take the time to love on yourself right now, rest, pick up a new hobby if you want to pick up a new hobby, work on your business if you've always wanted to work on your business and haven't had the time. Spend time with your kids if that's what you feel like you need to be doing right now.
Also, if you've been thinking about going back to school, perfect time.
Right. Anything
time.
you want to do, utilize this time to do what you want to do. If you don't know what you want to do and you see a post and it inspires you to do something, there's nothing wrong with that at all. If you see something that just hits home with you and you're like, yeah, man, that was meant for me, then it was meant for you. But you should not take something that wasn't meant for you and start to just apply it to yourself.
Right.
It's
like,
not,
because we all know, yo. We all know. And if you don't, it's like, why are you on the internet so
Right.
much? If you don't know what's for you and what's not, because I don't know. Man.
And don't feel personally attacked by it if it ain't for you.
Right.
That's all. So, yeah, that's pretty much all we have to say.
Did you want to say what was on that thing?
What?
That piece of paper that you wrote down? Was that something that you
No.
wanted to say?
Mind your business. See how you.
I was
you
trying
didn't
to
even
know.
know what. Did you read it?
Yeah, it had something about to do about your dream and visions
That,
from God.
that was nothing more. That was for Sunny. It's a quote.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know it was for me.
Mm-hmm. See, that's what happens when you be a nosy. Okay.
It's literally a piece of paper with written words just sitting on the table.
Nosy.
I'm not the type of person that's gonna read somebody's mail that's sitting on the coffee table when I go over there.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Okay, I will look. I'm not gonna pick it up.
Notice how it just changed to I ain't gonna read it to. All right, I'm gonna glance at it.
I'm not gonna pick it up, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna be like, damn, nigga, look at your bill. But I will be like, damn, nigga, look at your bill.
Same thing. You just said the same thing twice in two different tones. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us for breakfast today. We hope you took something away from this video. If you've been feeling pressured by the internet, never let the internet pressure you. We love y'all. We hope that you guys are really getting everything you need and want out of this time. And yeah, good luck to you guys. Love ya.